What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Hustle with JesseW, and today we're gonna go over yet another green day. Check it out. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and jump into this recap here on the day. Well, today, it panned out to be an okay day. It's a green day. It's a green day. The green streak continues. I don't count anymore on the green days. Like when I'm on a streak, I don't count on the streak anymore because it starts to get to my head when I start to get to high numbers. So I don't even. I figure it out at the end. When I go red, then I go backtrack and I figure out how many green days in a row I had. So I'm not even worried about that. But it's just a small green day. It's a small green day, and the reason being is that my first trade of the day, I had my couple take profits take place, and then we had a nasty rejection off the highs. It was RNAZ. That rejection off the highs, I took an L on the remainder of the position. It was a smaller size than originally had, obviously. So the trade in its entirety turned out to be a green trade, despite that red trade there. But then the secondary trade on it, which was a nice bear trap formation that we had, a nice bear trap pattern. I had an order out on the bid and missed it by a penny. The stock pulled back into, what was it, 396, I want to say, and I was sitting at 395. So hey, it is what it is. We'll see what happens. Moving forward, maybe in the afternoon it'll reset itself, or there's always tomorrow. The point is, I stepped into the day, I did my job, I managed my risk, I made some profits, and that's it. Even if I would have been red today, I would have managed my risk the same, and it is what it is. It's part of trading. The performance at the daytraderchatroom.com today was amazing. The team, again, most traders were red. We had something about like over 80%. I'll show you the polls later on in the video. Over 80% of traders were green on the day, so killer day for the team, and just overall, a really good learning experience as well for the team because I showed them the bear trap and we walked through the whole trade basically on the bear trap, even though I couldn't catch a fill on it. Missed it by that penny, and you know how that feels. You know how it feels when you miss it by a penny, but it's all good though. It's been a great week, a good month, so we'll continue moving forward. Now, what we'll do in this video is we'll go over the trades. We're going to go over some of the other chart patterns that were, at least some of the other gappers that I was watching. Gap scans, trade ideas, 15% off coupon code in the description and comment section, and also you always have that 5-day trial to the daytraderchatroom.com down there as well. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and just jump into the charts. All right, guys, so this morning, we came into the day, and I thought today would be, we'd see a little bit of FOMO, a little bit of chop here and there. There was a lot of stocks gapping up, and of course, trade idea scanners showing us some good gappers there. 15% off coupon code in the bottom of the description, well, in the description of the YouTube video and in the comment section, right? So we'll grab the dashboard here from the daytraderchatroom.com. Chat room accuracy since launch, guys, we've been tearing it up right here. You can see it clear as day. We updated it today. We vote every single morning after the trading is done. And MRM, RNAZ, DBGI, AMHC, and Neuro were all on watch for me today. And, it was just one of those days where, like, look, MRM, not much, right? I'm still watching it. Maybe in the afternoon it sets up, but not much right there, right? Neuro, same thing. Right? It's kind of like what we expected to see happen, right? Then you had DBGI was the next one that I was watching. DBGI, nothing. So MRM, nothing, right? DBGI, nothing. AMHC, nothing. Neuro, nothing. We also talked about the SPY maybe holding resistance at the 50-day moving average. So far right now, it has not found that resistance. Right? Tesla, choppy, sideways, nothingness. So we were left with one play left. And it was one that actually had a good press release, RNAZ. And RNAZ was my trade of the day. I tried to take a second trade on it. Here. I had an order out at 395. The low of that candle right there is 396. So I missed my fill by a penny. Kind of sucks to see. Then we had a nice push up to the first take profit, which was here in front of the high day. That was reached, but I wasn't on it because I missed my fill by a penny. So kind of sad to see that happen. Here we had that bearish signal that sent the stock lower. However, we quickly regained and got right back above VWAP, and that's when I came on the mic, told you guys, I think that I'm going to look for potential entry here in this zone, depending on the volume. because I think shorts are trapped in this. And sure enough, shorts are trapped in this right now. But we have reached that daily resistance at 440. We broke over a daily resistance of 365, right? We've had good volume today. So at this point right now, it's 11:19 a.m. I'm hoping that we just trade sideways, and maybe in the afternoon we can get that squeeze and push towards $5 or so. Now, where was my trade on RNAZ today? Well, very simple. We'll scroll back in time here real quick. Right here. Right here, we started to get that pullback in RNAZ, okay? And let me get you the alerts. Long RNAZ at 406. I was long RNAZ at 406. I was long RNAZ at 406 in this candle right here, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check the timestamps. Yep, in this candle right here. And then when this next candle opened up, I remember telling you guys, I'm not really a fan of what just happened here, but I'm still in the trade. Why was I in the trade? Well, because my stop loss wasn't hit. My stop at the time was 380 area. So this next candle, we got a nice little push off of it. And what do we begin to see? Well, very simple. As we pull in, let me erase this circle. As we start to pull in, what do we get? We get the decreasing volume. Exactly what we want to see. Okay? Then when we start to get the bounce, what do we see? We get the increasing volume. That's exactly what we want to see. So I immediately set out to take a piece of profit off in front of the high of day. However, I took a little chunk off to decrease some risk at 413 when we were kind of struggling up here, because you can tell we were struggling in this area for a little bit. Look, resistance here on those two candles, resistance on these three candles. So right here on this one is when I took a little piece of profit off just in case, just to decrease some risk, right? In from 406, took a little piece off at 413, not really a profit target, but I wanted to decrease my risk a little bit, okay? I wanted to decrease my risk a little bit. So still holding on to the majority of the position, looking for a push to the highs, and we get the quick push through the highs, and we put in a high right here of 440. I had an order out on the ask and got a fill at 430. Okay, so 430 was where I got filled, and then we instantly rejected that level of 440, which was here on the daily. Look, this previous resistance area here. These are lines we drew in pre-market, guys. Right? We drew this line in pre-market where we found support. We drew this line in pre-market where we had a little bit of resistance earlier on. And then we drew this line when we broke out through that 365 area. Boom. Take a little piece of profit off at 430. And then we instantly just reject and come all the way back down. I stop out the rest at $3.90, taking a small loss on the remainder of my shares. A little bit of a green trade overall. Okay. And then we come all the way back down here. This is a bearish signal. So you know shorts piled on in on this candle and added or opened new positions here on this VWAP reject. All right. And then all of a sudden you see the stock come right back up, breaks through VWAP, and makes another attempt at the highs. So right now you got a bit of a double top situation going on. I would prefer to see it just consolidate sideways and maybe give a setup later this afternoon for an afternoon squeeze. But as of right now, that's it for me as far as my trades go on the morning. Let me show you real quickly how everyone did in chat together today as a team. We voted. Today's the 23rd. How did you do today? 83% of traders in chat were green, 16% were red. Red is part of the game. You know, you're never going to be 100% accurate. So there are going to be days where one is going to be red. The important part of that is being able to keep that red within your risk tolerance. Well, guys, that's kind of it for me today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. And as you can see, we got the sun back over here. So I'm going to start getting ready to enjoy the potential weekend. Tomorrow's Friday already. But I do hope to see you again tomorrow. So smash the like button for me, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and I'll catch you on the next one.